Rare relic stars. But what about an elite snipe? Maybe could get one of these two elites for free with this path, but it's pretty unlikely. Elite here, elite here. Lots of elites if I want to fight him. I think a really good rare relic start could make this run really spectacular. A fossilized helix or an incense burner or something. And we're fighting Slime Boss, against whom I think rare relic starts are particularly good. Now, that said, we end up with a bird-faced urn. Very curious. Bird-faced urn is 2 health healed whenever we play a power card. Currently, we don't have any powers, but of all the characters, Defect has the most powers, I think, or the most access to powers, the most encouragement to take powers. And that could be a lot of healing, particularly if we find the spell, or the card, Creative AI. Once we do that, this relic is really going to be able to earn its keep. Hey? Hey? I like an early Streamline just fine. Streamline is a perfectly cromulent damage card, and it will do the job just fine of donking early elites for us. Even better if we can combo it with a rebound or a hologram or something. But simply having access to 2-cost deal 15 is pretty comfortable for me. I'll strike that one just to be sure. Is that your dad joke? You bet it was. Streamline and Sunder. Usually not a combo I like, but with the first 2 cards, okay, sure. Sunder is 3 cost, deals 24 damage, and this kills an enemy. Gain 3 energy. Sorry if that joke was Sunder expectations, but I do what I can. An early upgrade could be a really nice way to bop this elite pretty comfortably. That said, an early upgrade, an early removal or transform is also very helpful. I tend to think in this position, this early on, it's better to transform than it is to remove. But the upgrade might have it beat by letting us get this Sunder and the Streamline both upgraded very early, or Major Chunkitude, potentially letting us take this Burning Elite down. But think of all the powers we could get from a transform. Let's transform a strike. We get Equilibrium, a card I'm very happy to see. For 2 cost, it blocks for 13 and then lets us retain our hand for 1 turn. One of my favorite effects in Slay the Spire. Good old retain. Let's see, 35 minus 16 is less than 24. Last I checked. Bonk. No powers offered yet, but I don't mind a Cold Snap. 1 cost attack, and it's also our first source of Frost Orb. Frost Orbs tend to be good with most of the powers that the Defect has. So it's something we'll probably want later. It's also something we want now. Just get those orb slots filled up. One of my early pieces of advice for anybody looking to learn Defect. Almost no matter what you put in those orb slots, if you can get something in there, you're going to be benefit quite a bit. The Bonfire Spirits allow us to donate one of our cards here. Depending on what we get, what we give them, we'll get healing in return. An interesting opportunity to lose this Sunder to get a full heal, but I think I'd rather simply remove another strike card and help ourselves rely more solidly on these attacks. Let's go with a strike remove then. I think Zap is still quite relevant. Better than a strike, at least for now. So do I go this way? There's also an interesting possibility where I go left more-ish. But if we could take on the Burning Elite, and I think we can, and we should. Interesting choice here. We either upgrade the Streamline, which gets cheaper when played, or upgrade the Sunder for +8. Well, Streamline's +5, Sunder's +8, but it's kind of the question of which one will I play more? The answer is I don't know. I think I'll upgrade Sunder first. Make it easier to kill a sentry with. It's going to be, if I draw both Streamline and Sunder against Gremlin Knob, I'll probably prefer to play the Sunder. This is not the ideal turn 1 here. Okay, we did not draw them together. That's good. Looks like I might have to block Potion next turn, though, as 32 won't kill the Knob here. Thankfully, the Frost Orb will help. Oof. So I think that means we play Equilibrium and Streamline here, right? Hold on to the Sunder so that we kill next turn with it. And that way we get to at least partially block this hit. In fact, with the Block Potion, we almost entirely block this hit. And come out of the Knob fight with a pretty respectable amount of health, as well as a Happy Flower, giving us more energy to play these very expensive attacks with. Offered a Steam Barrier, a Reboot, and a Bullseye. Normally I'm not that big a fan of Reboot, but I usually see Reboot offered against other Defect rares. Here, as a zero-cost addition to the deck, I think it's actually pretty good. Kind of like a draw 4. The reshuffle can be beneficial with the Streamline. Might be time to consider an energy upgrade on something. We're not doing enough orb damage for me to really want a Bullseye at the moment. Let's take this Reboot. We could consider upgrading the Reboot for draw 6, but I think we should get Streamline upgraded relatively early here. Other upgrades that I like a lot include the Zap to 0 cost, more so than the Dual Cast at the moment. Or 3 more block on Equilibrium is also pretty tasty. But I think the Streamline should be first, and the Reboot should be next. Let's get a Relic. Toy Ornithopter, a little late here. But a very good Relic overall. Heal 5 when we use a potion. And this is probably a combat, I believe. Yes. As our previous encounter. Or our previous event. The Bonfire Spirits is a rare event. This one, we'll Sunder this one next turn. Cool that we get to redraw the Streamline immediately with the Reboot, by the way. Showing off that interaction. And my hope is that we can get a potion here. Knowing that this is either Sentries or Lagavulin coming up, I really do like the extra energy on turn 2, not on turn 1. So let's deliberately end the fight now. With Happy Flower in mind. I love a zero-cost Go for the Eyes to help out with Weak. I love the Charged Battery as a way to block that also helps with these expensive cards. Of the two, I think I prefer the Go for the Eyes at the moment. Hey there, I'm Rando. We'll be going back to Gwyn, Lord of Stinking, tomorrow. We'll be having words. Not sure I want to use this Reboot here. If I Reboot, I could redraw the Streamline immediately, which would be sweet, but I could also immediately draw a Sunder, and that would be bad. That would be very bad. Sentries with bonus strength is a little terrifying. Probably going to take the 12 on this hit. So we're seriously hoping to see Sunder next turn then. The other option is to Reboot without playing any card other than the Go for the Eyes. Just play Go for the Eyes, Reboot. That way I can play Sunder if I draw it. Not sure if that's a good idea. Feels very reasonable to just play Streamline, Strike, Go for the Eyes, take 12 here. If I draw defend, defend, strike, zap, dual cast next turn, I'm going to cry, though. And then we have reboot for phase 2. Probably it's good there. And what we want to do is bring one of these below 32 health and then bring the other one as low as possible. So yeah, I'm thinking go for the Eye Strike on front. We could also go Artifact Remove on the middle one, but I think it's unlikely to matter. So we'll do it this way. Thank you, Lightning Orb. We do miss the Sunder, however, we can block for 18, so all is well. Next turn's also fine. Or, well, block for 20, excuse me. We take 4. Boop. Merle! Coming in with 243 of his best friends. Welcome on in, Merle and company. Dare I say, it's a pleasure to have you. I have a pretty promising defect run going on here. What's the play here? Simply streamline this one. It feels like such egregious overkill. I want to strike them instead, so that I can streamline this one. 2 strikes to the deck, indeed. I've gone Streamline Sunder as my first 2 card pick, something I'm normally reticent to do, but it's been working out okay. And we have a random reboot, because why not? Yeah, this has got to be the most reasonable play. Yeah, Lightning Orb just gets there every time. And then no women. Good. Bottled Lightning. How do we feel about Bottled Reboot? Finally a power? Probably going to take that with the Birdface turn. Although, actually, Beam Cell's way better, yeah? Yeah, it is. Beam Cell is just way better here. A Bottled Reboot, particularly Bottled Reboot Plus, seems like a kind of a gambling chip. The normal downside, quote-unquote, of the reboot is that it gets you potentially further away from the important cards that could be reshuffled onto the bottom of the deck. But if there isn't anything that you're shuffling back into the draw pile, not really, other than the cards you deliberately choose to put in there on turn 1, that's just a much better deal. That's just a much better deal. And being able to replay the Streamline on turn 1, or play Beam Cell or go for the Eyes and then get bonus draw is mighty fine indeed. I think we're going to find this Bottled Reboot to be, on average, quite exceptional. And this turn looks exemplary of that already. Just a free draw 4. Oh, what's that? I drew block cards? Good. That one too. Could have finished this one, but we want to make sure the one that's guaranteed attacking me for more damage next turn is the one that's dying for sure. FTL. Maybe want a White Noise with the Birdface turn. I could actually see this being a reasonable auto shields too. They're all takeable in their own right. 3 interesting uncommons. But I have to say that Birdface turn with White Noise has got to be the best, especially with the slim but not impossible chance that the White Noise generates a creative AI, and we heal for who knows how much from there. Potentially up to full, but that really depends on our ability to keep the fight going. And no matter what I get, it's going to be 2 health at least. I think we can opt into one more fight. I've got 2 good potions and a toy ornithopter, so we should easily handle this last elite. I'll even click 3 times in this event. 1, 2, 3 gets me a pocket watch. Whenever we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, draw 3 additional cards at the start of the next turn. And I think there's a lot of times that could be mighty useful. For example, right now. That looks like a Distilled Chaos to me, actually. We're guaranteed to hit at least one of the big cards off the Distilled Chaos. That's gotta be right. Got them both. Nice. Wow. Defect, doing his best Watcher impression. Holy moly. That was filthy. Cool. Well, with Pocket Watch, I definitely don't feel motivated to rest before Slime Boss. Let's get an upgrade here. Possibly the reboot, although I could see an argument for Beam Cell also. If I want to beat Slime Boss, upgrading Beam Cell is probably the most reliable thing I can do. The White Noise upgrade to become free and the reboot upgrade are good candidates too, but let's make sure that a turn 1 Beam Cell into turn 2 Sunder is bonus damage. Because otherwise, what's the point? These are not the cards I wanted. That's better. Play that. Not going to play the White Noise because it's one too many cards here. Just going to play the Cold Snap so that we get bonus draw. Equilibrium can hold the Sunder for next turn, although I can go Beam Cell Strike Sunder right now, which is a pretty powerful amount of damage, and still gets his Pocket Watch draw next turn. Other option is something like Beam Cell Strike Equilibrium. Sunder next turn. Either way, I'm playing the Beam Cell now. This would do, what, 48? What's 117 minus 48? 69. So a 60 split if I play the Strike. Actually, no, this is the correct line. Equilibrium, dual cast, Strike. Go for the eyes. Keep the Sunder. This turn, just play the Sunder. Split at 40. Get the Pocket Watch draw. Or one turn closer to Happy Flower also. I would say we had a pretty bad draw, but we lucked out that neither of them are attacking us. If I'm drawing Go for the Eyes Equilibrium next turn, let's accept Weaken and not become frail. And let's keep drawing with Pocket Watch. Okay. That was pretty... Oh, man. That was pretty good overall. We kept our potion. We got the upgrade. We had a good time. We now have a very difficult choice before us, which is, what power do we take? Creative AI has obvious benefits with Birdface turn. If we can play a power every turn, we can heal for 2 every turn, which means we can heal in almost any battle. Potentially up to full. That is a very, very strong thing. It's also a really nice way to power ourselves up against bosses in the later game. Additionally, it lets us kind of have a power-dense deck without actually having a power-dense deck, which is rather cool. Meanwhile, the Echo Form lets us double anything we play, the Sunder's other powers, or more. My thought is, Creative AI is probably, just for the infinite sustaining potential, Creative AI is very, very valuable. And we can stall a lot better than you might expect thanks to the card draw we have from Centennial Puzzle and the Pocket Watch. Then you add Equilibrium and Go for the Eyes into the mix. I think we're quite good defensively. This is going to work out great. Especially if I can get my hands on some more Frost. What I don't think we're ready to do is tackle elites blindly or willy-nilly. So I do not like the idea of this Black Star very much. Elites drop an extra relic when defeated. That's nice. That's nice. We could take the Cursed Key, gain an energy whenever we start at the start of each turn, but we get cursed when we open chests. We don't have the blue key yet, so we would have to get at least 1 curse by the end of the run. Energy's good, though. Hard to go wrong with that. Last option, Astrolabe. Transform and upgrade 3 cards. I would pick Strike, Strike, Defend, probably. And that could be very good. I'm actually leaning towards Astrolabe. Continue to purge this deck of inefficient cards. Generally speaking, I'm very comfortable with 3 energy Defect because Defect has so many ways to generate energy with cards. I'm also a little bit less interested in more energy because we have the Pocket Watch, and so I'm already often going to be deliberately withholding energy from my turns. That said, it's hard to play Sunder or Creative AI on 3 energy. But we've got Happy Flower helping out, and I suspect we're going to see a energy generating card pretty shortly here. Ooh, Skim. Skim plus Capacitor Barrage. What a combination of things. We really are just one glacier away from Providence now. Well, I like where we're headed. I like where we're headed. Now, the real question I have, our first combat in Act 2, do we lose health or do we gain health? I have no idea. Let's find out together. It's chosen. Do I make a Zap Orb? I don't think I do. Aha! Alright. Also play Equilibrium here to keep Beam Cell Go for the Eyes. I'm just gonna play it. And we're gonna Pocket Watch. Instead of playing Beam Cell here. Good luck to me! I've made my choice. I already regret it, for the record. Next turn's going to hurt quite a bit if we're vulnerable. Could be up to 31 damage headed our way. But perhaps that is okay. Question is, how long do I remain in this combat? I guess that depends on what powers I get. Do I go Storm? I don't think so. Here, I can play more cards. We all knew this day would come. Lines in the draw pile, inaccessible. However, second creative AI is here. Looks like I'm gradually losing the battle to get health in play. Somewhat concerned. Again, we can get it all back if we play our cards right. That's the big if. Definitely need to get the Frost Orb in front. Otherwise I'm going to be doing too much damage here. We're committing to a defensive line here, which is somewhat sketchy. Do I just take this damage, or do I use the weak potion? I think I'm going to hold on for the moment. We're just going to tank the health. There's our first buffer. Now we're kind of waiting on a defragment. Here we go. Hello? He's gone mad with powers. This won't be our strategy in every fight, for the record. In case anyone is worried. But we are now officially headed in the correct direction. Reinforced Body Plus. Now there's a block card. Holy moly. Get in the deck. Welcome. Take a duplication potion over the skill potion. Now we've kept the weak potion for not panic using it in that combat. Do I think I can take on an elite? That is the question. Kind of about when do I go to the shop, essentially. Saving a little bit more money so that I'm over the threshold for a rare relic seems like a good idea, and I think I can keep my health quite high. For the record, that wasn't broken at all. Surely not. Let's do the following. A little bit on purpose here. Deliberately activating the Centennial Puzzle is going to be an important strategy, I think, in a lot of fights, since we can so easily recover health. It's imperative. that I use it effectively. Take 5 for the draw there. Glad I did. Oh, so close. Double creative AI. Now, excuse me while I heal. Hey there, Drathamir. So far, this run is off to a ridiculous start. And I deeply appreciate it. Happy Cloud Run 2. Yeah, one mummy hand away from, like, true devastation. Offered more real powers. I actually don't mind this Sweeping Beam Plus either, although it's, I think, redundant with our Sunder. We don't need area damage attacks when we have Sunder. So do I take a loop or a static discharge? I think I should take neither, truthfully. I should take a defrag. And I should take more frost generation. But I shouldn't be taking more powers right now. Mr. Robbie76, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. We've already demonstrated that we can stall out the cultist. The Chosen, rather. We just need to be able to get the cultist off the field quickly here. Ooh-da. There's a chance to get creative AI in play. It might be my only chance. Surely it's not. Let's take the pulse away. Don't want that. I could go Beam Cell Streamline. Perhaps I should, just in case I need to end the fight quickly. Occurs to me that we seem to be okay, though. Constant reapplication of vulnerable is troubling, though. Same loop, different floor. Yeah, we're several floors advanced, thankfully. And we're almost into our first elite fight now. I haven't been here the whole time. Hey there, Jankoviak. makes this a lot easier. Yeah, here we go. Have I ever had Master Reality Creative AI? Good question. I don't... Like, maybe one time. Maybe one time. Ooh, the timing of this. I'll still pay for a relic, but I might regret that I did. Bronze scales will help against a Book of Stabbing. Pass up the opportunity for White Beast statue. That might be okay. Apotheosis is here, letting me upgrade everything in the deck. Problem is, most of the deck is already upgraded, so I'm not sure Apotheosis is actually particularly good. Self-repair is not bad. Nunchaku could be nice for some additional energy. I'm honestly just happy with the card removal, though. Oh yeah, bronze scales might make stalling harder. I'm not going to refuse them on that basis, though. I'm completely okay with their presence. No consideration for that charged battery there, I'm rando. Main reason, actually the streamline, more than anything. Being able to play that again for potentially free with Vulnerable is so good. Could look at Orrery here. Don't feel like I want to. I do feel like I want to remove Zap. At this point. But we really need some more Frost Orb generation. I guess that's what Ori would give me. Try to find a Glacier or something. Can't do Ori card removal, though. Can I? Wait. 69 plus 75. 244. Oh, I can. Well, let's do that. There's Frost. Cool-headed. FTL maybe. Cold Snap, more Frost. Core Surge also interesting here. Another Cold Snap. And a loop. Alright, well, I'm definitely going to go Cold Snap, Core Surge, Cool-Headed. And then we have that established. So now we just need any kind of focus, and that can be from Creative AI, especially with Core Surge. I'm not going to take this loop. Not until we actually have focus. Alright, Gremlin Leader. More like Gremlin Bleeder. Heh. Heh. Oh no. That's not a good turn one. Don't have access to Sunder Hologram. Or any such thing. Actually, getting my lightning orbs filled up there could have been helpful. Capacitor equilibrium here. Keep the go for the eyes just in case I get attacked next turn. We do. It's a little unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay, we need to kill the Mad Gremlin then, and we need to block for as much as reasonably possible. I guess Hologram Reinforced Body is the way to do that. We could also Hologram Sunder here. Although then I'd have to block in an awkward way. I think our best line is this one. Take 3. Core Surge, Cold Snap, Barrage. Or like Streamline Core Surge. Not being able to beam cell the leader was pretty bad though. But we should still be able to do 50 damage this turn with a good draw here. 48. 49. Okay, we leave our first elite fight with some reasonable health total. Shame I didn't use the weak potion, but we do get offered a frozen egg, which is enormous here. Any powers we add from here on out will be upgraded. And that is beautiful. I think I'll risk it for the biscuit with another elite. We even have turn 1 Happy Flower this time. So we'll upgrade a card and fight another elite. And that card will be... probably Creative AI, actually. Although maybe getting the upgraded reboot is finally time. Making this Creative AI cost 2 feels real nice. Making White Noise cost 0 also feels real nice. Actually quite a few important upgrades. The Frozen Egg won't cause any mid-combat generated powers to be upgraded. Maybe the correct way is to go this way. We get 2 upgrades now, and then before fighting 1 more elite this act, we also get the chance to heal ourselves to full, potentially. I rate upgrades very, very strongly on this deck. Realistically, all this deck needs to beat endgame is just a tad of focus somehow. Guaranteed early focus. 1 bias cog, 1 upgraded defrag, or 1 consume. That's all it would take. To that end, I do want to be looking at card rewards. But there's maybe some unnecessary risk here. 2 elites is ultimately pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go for more upgrades immediately. I like that. That makes me more confident in... Ooh, rainbow. I would take a rainbow. I will not take another zap. So, when revealing a card, you don't click on a new card unless you're willing to take the card currently revealed, or you've already seen the other copy. Self-Repair Plus. That I would take. And that I do take. Alright. This looks a little bit more viable now, or this way. Still gonna choose the additional upgrade. And I'm definitely gonna take an ink bottle. Whenever we play 10 cards, draw 1 card. More card draw of any kind is always welcome by me. Greetings, Snecko. Don't mind fighting Snecko when I've got Pocket Watch, generally speaking. This enemy doesn't scale up over time, so this should be an easy... Wow. Wow! It's all free. Always has been. Apparently. Bonk. Turbo Plus. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Now we're just missing a heat sinks. I tend to find when I'm building a Pocket Watch deck, I lean quite heavily on the Pocket Watch in the early portion of the game, just planning on playing 2 or 3 effective cards each turn. That isn't quite enough for the late game usually on its own, so I tend to transition to some kind of card draw and energy generation engine. Meanwhile, being supported by the bonus draw of the Pocket Watch the whole time. Pretty powerful. Let's actually not play any of that. Debuff turn. Good. Boom. Doesn't really help me. Boom? Boom. I guess. But no rail. I like it. Not quite enough to kill with Hologram Streamline, but... Hold on. 6 health means it dies on the second hit. So we just heal it back. That's cute. There's a Blizzard. Though I don't think this deck needs Blizzard. We have Barrage. Barrage is going to do the job better than Blizzard. I'll take another Hologram here, letting me fetch the Streamline a second time, fetch the Turbo a second time, or, well, what have you. Alright, 3 Slavers. Somewhat glad I chose to delay this combat. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. Duplication Potion on Streamline. Hits this guy twice. It also plays the Streamline twice, meaning it's now a 0-cost card. Hot. Look at this Streamline popping off. Beautiful. Oh, man. Beam Cell. Your timing is insufficient. It's gonna be 49 health, huh? Son of a gun. 49 damage. Alright, well, I'll just center you then. Self-repair in particular makes this Centennia puzzle easy to take advantage of. Get him, Streamline. Beautiful fight. Bag acquired. We now apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies on turn 1. That's pretty good. This algorithm's a bit late. Not a bad go for the eyes. I think unnecessary, though. And do I take an event, or do I take a fight? Event could give me thwack, but the fight is more likely to show me a focus card, ultimately, because it's a guaranteed look at 3 cards. Also gives me a little bit of money, guaranteed. Thinking about other events I could get. Bites are a no. Apparitions are a no. Card removal would be welcomed. I think we should just look at the card reward, though. There's enough events in Act 2 that are a waste to me. The odds of getting specifically the one we want with the best outcome are pretty low. So let's just take this combat. Destroy some nerds. Call it a day. I'm gonna go ahead and hologram that turbo again, too, because I can. Well, this turn got ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Sad car noises. We too can offer another upgraded power, but it's not an upgraded power I want. There's a darkness here. There's no need for this darkness, but it's here. Darkness provides something we essentially already have, which is a way to scale up our power long-term over the course of a fight. That's what the creative AI does, and it's what the barrage do as well. Our plan against Champ is essentially what we've been doing all act. Scale up behind 1,000,000 powers, and then obliterate him all at once. And keep that Core Surge around in case we generate a bias cognition off of the creative AI. It's imperative that we Frostorm hard. Storm's a bit premature. Gonna be playing mostly defensive powers, at least for the first portion of the fight. Stuff that gets me more Frost Orb efficiency, like Loop here. But not things like Static Discharge or Hello World. Machine learnings are welcome, though. Not quite a block there. Hello, Champ. Fortunately, Champ hasn't started lifting yet. Otherwise, we could be in an actually awkward situation. There's the bias cog. Good. That's why we kept the Core Surge around. There it is. Okay, and that's more than enough now, especially with these storms. We're ready to go. Oh yeah. Let the devastation begin. There's the third storm. Perfect. It is time. Hologram gets back Turbo. Gets back Streamline. And we just go ham. Weights. Blah, blah. GG. Ooh, baby. That's the missing puzzle piece. We've got the Core Surge. Here's the upgraded bias to go with it. We already have the Frost generation. Now we're ready for the endgame. Beautiful. I like the power potion, too. I'll take that over this weak potion. Coffee dripper seems pretty free. Who needs to rest when you have all of this healing? 1.1 health per turn, on average, from Birdface Dirt. Tiny House gives max health. It also gives money, neither of which are bad. But we don't need the other stuff. And there's no need to give enemies extra strength. Let's just ignore rest. Hey everyone. Did you know that you can now support me directly on YouTube by getting a channel membership? For as low as $5 a month, you'll get access to perks like custom badges and emojis to use in comments and discounts on the merch store, all while helping support me and this channel to do what I love every day. Just click the join button below to get started. Now back to the video. And become robot. Coffee-powered robot, that is. Green key was already get, because we did a good job in Act 1. Good job, us. Thanks. Looks like we'll want to fight 2 elites. I'm not particularly afraid of any of them, not even Reptomancer. Maybe I should be. We'll remove a starter card at this shop. We still benefit massively from getting rid of defense here. This deck really just wants to draw Core Surge, Bias Cog, and Frost Orbs. Getting Green Key in Act 1 feels so good, because you know you're not getting it in Act 2. And needing to get it in Act 3 is not quite so fun. Awaken 1 will get big, but not as big as we get. We're going to be very big, metaphorically speaking. Bonk. Second barrage is maybe takeable, but unnecessary, I think. That's how I feel about Compulriver too. Much rather just have another Cool-Headed. Or a Glacier. Either of those would be great. Well then. Thanks, Turbo. Good fight. Hey, and there's the Cool-Headed. Not only that, it's a plus Cool-Headed. Perfect card for the deck. More Frost, more draw. This is a really blessed defect run. And we're going to try to play this fight smart. To keep it that way. Smiley face. What does playing this fight smart entail exactly? Getting Bias Cog Core Surge together, not taking huge damage, not getting cursed. Good. A reboot here. Make that our turn. Core Surge has been elusive. There you are. No more attacks from here. If I can help it. Savanavaz, thank you so much for 30 months. Essentially, our strategy here revolves around not changing Parasite's attack intent if there's no reason to, for example here. And trying to make sure we have at least one attack in hand at all times, available to change their intent if necessary. Further supporting that, avoiding allowing the Parasite, the Writhing Mass, to gain block is a good idea. Because if it gets block, I can be stranded with no attacks. And as a usual reminder to take anything that Merle says in chat with a grain of salt. Here's our storm. Welcome to your doom. That's right. If a source of information is trustworthy, then all information coming from that source must also be correct. That's just how it works. I'll take one more reinforced, even though this one's not upgraded. I like it quite a bit to have as a backup. What do you got for me? Store. My, a hand drill. How could I say no? I think it would be a pretty good idea to buy a focus potion here, just as a backup focus source against our late game. This can really solve Awakened One in particular, if we're having trouble with that, or if you bring a focus potion to the heart, it can make a really big difference against the heart too. So I'm thinking probably just card remove and focus potion here. Could even maybe buy a third reinforced. Imagine if there was a chemical X here. The goose. The goose is loose. Keep the liquid memories over the other potion for its ability to assemble. Bias cognition plus Core Surge, potentially. Or Spikers. Just destroy them. That's the answer. Squeeb. Squeeb it. Storm Plus. Not actually something that I want, necessarily. Particularly problematic against the Awakened One. A second Equilibrium is quite reasonable. Take one more of these. And we'll go Rest Site and Recall. Then fight the Elite. 2 Equilibriums is practically like playing with Runic Pyramid, right? Practically. In case we needed to rest? Core Surge. Core Surge, what are you doing? Can't play that barrage. Turbo said no. Let's get this streamline to be free. It deserves that. Talk. The boot thingy is here. 14 block on turn 2 is real nice. It's definitely a turn I'm going to need block on. Could take an algo or a stack, but I think we have enough block cards at this point. With 2 equilibriums, 2 reinforced bodies. Don't think this is a good red mask to take. Taking this money prevents me from affording a potential shop relic in Act 4. Which would be very valuable. Divinity Infinite with Tantrum to exit, Rage to block on the Silent. Wow. That sounds like a wild run, Merle. Divinity Infinite on Silent. I'll go this way. Gotta take the Sapphire Key. I think it's now time to upgrade one of the holograms. Probably go for the eyes as the next upgrade. Go for the eyes, very helpful against Awakened One. If you're struggling on defect with Awakened One. Just a quick, simple statement about Go for the Eyes. The Awakened One always attacks. Therefore, this card always weakens the Awakened One. The Awakened One. And that's pretty nice. You can no longer heal, but I rely upon it. Wish the important cards are already upgraded. Let's just fight a boss, get a relic. Easy. More like the Weakened One. Oh. I'll leave that alone, actually. There we are. And reboot. Again. For Guardian. Next fight is an elite, so setting up something to be vaguely helpful would be vaguely appreciated. Perfect. Ooh, Emotion Chip's excellent. We lost health during our previous turn. We get to activate the passive ability of all orbs at the start of the next turn. I also very much like an Aggregate here as an energy generator, giving us energy based on the number of cards in the draw pile. Aggregate is reusable, no downside energy, and there's very few things more valuable to the defect than that. Got him. Not my artifact. Anything but that. Yup. I'll take a Consume Plus. I didn't really need it per se, but holy moly is it good. Trade one of these orb slots for 3 points of focus. Don't mind if I do. Can't believe that was upgraded for free. Had a secret toxic egg watching our backs for most of this X. Just play this. Skimming to look for turbo could have been correct. That would have been a good Frozen Eye moment. That cheaper. Thanks, Buffer. Blappity. And then just double the center. Stone Calendar absolutely will help out against the Heart. As I'm sure that fight will go at least 7 turns. We can expect 52 additional damage between the Bronze Scales and the Stone Calendar. This deck already does a large chunk of the Heart's health just by blocking, and therefore I don't mind taking even more Frost Orbs. I think Glacier is incredible here. I think if we could upgrade it, the Fission would also be pretty dang good. But you really can't beat Glacier in this deck right now. 2 Frost for 1 card. I mean, we've got Pocket Watch for heck's sake. It's brilliant. That aggregate was enormous. Follow the skim. Core Surge, get biased. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Consume it. Hologram, the aggregate, generate more energy, play the reboot. Do even more things with my turn. Okay, so on turn 1, we gained 8 focus, we played Creative AI, we played Loop, we did almost 100 damage, and we filled almost all the orb slots. Seems pretty good. This is a reasonable time to take a Cold Snap Plus, but I think we have enough Frost at this point. Keeping the deck small enough to ensure Core Surge Bias Cognition works is a priority now. That's partially what the Liquid Memories is for, though, just to ensure that it does work. I quite like upgrading this aggregate, but I also like upgrading our card draw. Maybe the best choice is the hologram upgrade, so I can use both of them multiple times. But cool-headed upgrade, aggregate upgrade. Oh no, I said I wanted to upgrade Go for the Eyes. That's the important bit here. Longer weaken against the Awakened One. Don't get to play Bias Cog until we have the artifact. Getting the artifact is essential. Absolutely okay taking some damage in this fight, as we can heal for plenty with the Birdface turn. Here's Core Surge. Okay, that makes my life very easy in this fight. We'll be playing a few powers. Let's put all of those back in the draw pile. Thank you. Oh, perfect. Oh. I'll play that too. So, only a 10x4. Glorious. As long as we weaken the Awakened One, our passive block exceeds now the Awakened One's damage per turn. So we're totally safe here. I could at this point even play the creative AI and start just outscaling the bird, but we'll do it this way. We're just kind of invincible behind these Frost Orbs. Easy. Double one card, play one other card, keeps the Pocket Watch flowing. Now we're allowed to play powers, now that we're in Phase 2. So I will. As the bird no longer gains strength. Probably the fastest way to kill, too, is playing them. There we go. Zappy zappy. GG. Next up, Donu and Deckard, the Shapeless Nerds. Let's strip all the artifact off you, I guess. No real complicating factor here. Basically, use all of your power against these two with a bit of a time limit, because they gain strength over time. That said, electrodynamics definitely makes my life a lot easier here. The out-of-shape shapes. I like that. Draw 2, puts Aggregate. Aggregate being the bottom card, as long as you have draw manipulation, can lead to Aggregate being the top card, and that's very nice. Let's also strip your artifact layers off, too. Well, that'll help. Wonderful. Get in there, Calendar. GG. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of this ridiculous card draw? Looks like we're triggering at an average of once every 3 turns, the Pocket Watch, so that's 3 draw, or 1 draw per turn on average. Which is insane. Basically a boss relic. And the ridiculous sustain has really paired with it. Really beautifully. Okay, let's upgrade the other hologram. I don't want to have to worry about losing these. Love that we have this focus potion for the heart fights. Love this data disc. Love this Heatsinks Plus as well. Tough choice here. Chemical X also quite nice, letting us increase the value of X cost cards by 2. I have 2 reinforced bodies and 2 holograms, so that could be pretty potent too. Lots of good choices here. Of particular value and note, at least to me, Heatsinks plus card removal is affordable, so I could remove 1 defend and add Heatsinks. I think Sadistic Nature is also not bad either, because it is a 0-cost power, fundamentally. If I could go Data Disc Heatsinks, that would be my probably preferred choice. But I can't. I think I value the Heatsinks over the Data Disc, when it comes with the card removal also. So let's try that. Got enough focus that 1 focus doesn't make a huge difference, although the fact that it applies on turn 1 is mighty tempting. Do I play this and then reboot? I'll do it, but I might regret it. So far, yes. I get Equilibrium again. That feels good. My focus! I want to turn around with Go for the Eyes, so I'm going to hold on to this Beam Cell. Tolerable to lose health here. For the moment. Just keep going on. Okay, here we go. The good turn arrives. Wait, play this first. hologram turbo also. If I play Self-Repair, I draw 2, we reshuffle the draw pile, and then I have Aggregate in hand, so then I can also play the Creative AI from there. Unless the other draw is a turbo, in which case I'll be very sad. Void, excuse me, from turbo. It's not, thankfully. Okay, so that's +4. Play the Creative AI. Remove your artifacts. Oh yeah. Keep going. Perfect. Make this cheaper. Play this. Okay, that was a turn. By 6 is full block, so just Cold Snap and Beam Cell is... Well, I have to also... block with Hologram. So I take 1, actually, if I do this. I think. No, I don't. Understood. Stone Calendar is going to come in here with some assistance. I like that. Beautiful. Bag of Preparation draws us 2 more cards on turn 1. Last minute Algorithm Plus. So, damage plan for Hearts. There's a few sources of damage for us. Probably Creative AI will generate something, but worst case scenario, we have Beam Cell Barrages, and we have Stone Calendar plus Bronze Scales. These things are going to contribute quite a bit of damage to this battle. We also get to play the Streamline on turn 1 with Vulnerable. I like that. Looking at this opening hand, I think I just play a card. Very notably, don't drink this Focus Potion quite yet. Play some cards first. Defrag, I like it. Let's reroll. Consume is still here. Maybe that's our Liquid Memories target now. Either way, an excellent first turn, notably because we took damage to Beat of Death. The Emotion Chip will give us 15 block at the start of this turn. Oh, boat thingy. I was like, where'd the other 14 come from? That was very confusing to me. Arceus Hologram consume. Though I think it's better to simply get more powers in play. Oh, what if I could do both? Easy. Trying to get the Bias Cog Core Surge down now. There's our heat sinks. This is what the Liquid Memories is for. Oh, there's our damage, too. It's pretty spicy. Blade Storm first. Last chance, too. I want a Liquid Memories consume here. I don't think I need to. Alright, we'll be a little cautious about how the powers get played. That said, that's a pretty good one. Play another power yet. Here's Loop. Hologramming Glacier will be sufficient to block this. We're blocking, so I can play this self-repair too. Gorilla Power, thank you so much for 7 months. Continuous support. Let the blappening begin. Poor Stone Calendar, it tried. Average of 5.4 per turn. That's cute. That's cute. GG, Mr. Hart. Kazappo. Hey there, if you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.